Greetings, my sentient beings. How are you today? It is Tuesday. We're going to tune it up here today on Tune Up Tuesday. I just wanted to come in here and plant this into your spirit, into your atmosphere, into your environment, into all of your energy fields that make it you, into your mindset, your soul, wherever this lands. I'm speaking to you both internally, and then I want to surround you with a peace, and surround you with a grace, and surround you with a mercy and a joy to apply and receive what I'm getting ready to tell you today. So what are our Tune Up Tuesdays about? Well, first and foremost, we have to say thank you, because this is the day that the Lord has made, and we are going to rejoice in it. We want to thank God for Tuesdays, because we didn't have to see today, so we most certainly want to thank Him for a Tuesday, today to tune up. So it is Tunes Day. What are we doing? We are tuning up on a Tuesday. So if you know how to tune, it says that I inhabit your praise. So if the divine creator inhabits your praise, then the one way we start up with a tune up is a clap up. Come on now, give me 5 seconds of praise. Lord, thank you. Thank you for breath. Thank you for the abundance, the leaves, the trees, the rocks, the sand, the clouds, the wind. Thank you for the sun that's shining. Thank you for the ability to clap my hands. Thank you for the ability to breathe, because when I breathe, I return my oneness with you, because breathing is simply your way of reminding me that I breathe, because you are breathing within and through me. So breathing, I'm sure you've heard it. Donald Lawrence sang it, that breathing is saying, Yahweh, Lord, I give you thanks, I give you honor, I give you praise. I adore and magnify the fact that you thought it worthy enough of me to be alive on this day. And so if you say that within yourself every day, every morning, give yourself an opportunity every afternoon, even if you have to stop throughout the day, park on the side of the car and say, you know what? I need to take a deep breath. Why? Because I have to remind myself just how good God is, and just how good God is moving in and through me. Why? Because today is Tuesday, and today I am going to tune up. What am I tuning up today? Woo! Myself. Self-care. What am I tuning out? I'm tuning out appeasement. Making others, other things, other people, other situations, other attitudes, other drama. I am taking out, allowing other people to supersede over myself, making their things more important, making their tasks more important. And what am I tuning into? Making sure that your G's are intact. You say your what? Making sure that your G's are intact. That's why we're tuning in. We're tuning in to tune up. So we're tuning into ourselves to tune up. What are we tuning up? Our G's. What are our G's? Our God selves. Another one. There's 4 of us. It's 4 of them. You want to tune up your God self. You want to tune up your goals. You want to tune up your growing. And most certainly you want to tune up your glow. Woo! There's no reason for you to have God's self intact, no reason for you to have goals in mind. There's no reason for you to have all of these things in your growing if you don't want to glow in the end. That's the most important thing I can tell you today. We're tuning in to tune up, to tune out. What am I tuning out? The appeasement of other people's environments, other people's influence or impact, making provisions. And I'm not saying, hear me very clearly. I'm not saying being mindful of the needs of others, knowing who your neighbors are and knowing what their needs. What I'm saying is when those things become more important than your self-care, we've got a problem. Because how do we tune up our God selves if everybody else's self is more important? It's impossible. How do we tune up our goals if somebody else's goals are more important than ours? Impossible. How do we plan to grow if we don't have plans to grow? Because other people's plans are more important. And we most certainly can't grow or glow when someone else's image is our image. We were only created in one image. And we were only created in one likeness. And you know what that is? Divine. Divine. He said, let us make them in our image. And I said, Lord, who are you talking to? He said, I'm talking to the sun. I'm talking to the ocean. I'm talking to the wind. I'm talking about the beauty of the flowers. I'm speaking to everything that I created before I created you. I know they don't read Genesis that way. But this is just the way I want to encourage you. You were made in a divine image of all that is beautiful around you. And on the seventh day, he rested. Why? Because everything in creation was complete, including you. So don't forget your God plan, your God self. Don't forget that, because that has to rest. On the seventh day it rested. Find yourself some rest. Rest in knowing you are beautiful. Rest in knowing that you're worthy. Rest in knowing that you're complete. Rest in knowing that you're whole. Rest in knowing that when God says, I'm going to rest, that rest was for you. Now, your goals, whatever you have in mind, whatever the Spirit has given you, Ruach HaKodesh is never wrong in planting within us goals. Things not only to build you, but also to build the kingdom and to build the atmosphere and around you. And to grow the children that are around you. And to make the community stronger around you. That's why we're here. And then, after you finished your goals, you grow. That means you peel off. Growing requires letting go. It requires that you get to a layer, and then some layers you have to leave behind. But just know that that experience is what helped you mature to the next experience. Nothing is for granted. Nothing is taken for granted. And he says, the scripture is real clear. He says, I know the thoughts I think towards you. You know that's in Jeremiah 29:11. I know the thoughts I think towards you. And these thoughts were not to harm you, but to give you a future. We have to begin to start thinking of our future. He says, I give you a future, a hope, and a pleasant end. And none of it is to harm you. It's to mature you. It's to call you the co-creator that you are. It is to get you prepared for the promise and the purpose in which I brought you down here for. And once we take these steps, knowing that each inch, step by step by step by step by step forward, causes us to what? Catch some sun. Baby, look at here. Catch some sun while you're growing and while you get some glows. Why? Because the sun gives you the vitamin D. Remember, that was a part of the creation. So the sun gives you the vitamin D to do what? Have the energy to complete the tasks. It gives you the strength. It gives you the courage. It gives you the intellect. It gives you the knowledge. It gives you the wisdom. It gives you the understanding in order to do what? Glow. That's what the sun does. Causes you to glow. And not just the sun on the outside, but the sun on the inside. Because I believe it says that whom the sun sets free is free indeed. All right, y'all, this is Tune Up Tuesday, Tune Up Tuesday. I pray this touched your heart, your soul, your mind. If it got through the ethereal, the mental, if it got to the elevated mindset, wherever it met you, I pray that it grows you so that you can glow, that your goals come up on frequency, and that your God self becomes one with the Creator to perform and to do and to be, and most important, to live on top of the world.